And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Oh dear. I'm having a chaotic day, but I'm here. Okay, that's mostly better. Mostly. Alright. Let's start by taking care of the chickens. Like, they still have food from last time. That's handy. Okay. Luke, is it coffee time? This is a ham. Yeah, how big is the ham? Whoa. Okay, similar in size. Does not fit there. Okay. Alright. What's everyone doing? I've been feeling kind of like off and slow all day. And it's like, why do I feel ick? I shouldn't feel this ick. I slept. Why am I so tired? And literally, like, as I hit the start streaming button, I was like, oh, I'm getting a headache. So I just took an ibuprofen, and hopefully I will, like, just, you know, here in a little bit, suddenly perk up and have way more focus and energy. I'm all, yeah, that's it, get it. It ran out into the street. Honk. Alright. Enjoy your lurk. And let's see. Outside. Should the outside be? I almost feel like maybe like a white brick. Remy or something? Okay. Yeah, this one. I like this one. Luke says you shouldn't make a mountain out of a molehill, but you can make a pancake out of a mole. Ooh, but tis. I really hope that this house is done glitching out. If the glitches are like still going on, I think I'm gonna have to do a bug report and work on a different house. Oh no, we know that I would be so devastated to start on another house while I still have this one ongoing. Alright. Yeah, white brick's cute, right? Aha. I like that. Boomer asks how many molehills to make one basic mountain. That's an interesting question. Also, hey Boomer, how are you today? Welcome, welcome. Boop, 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 boop. And Like, you would need to do a lot more math than I'm capable of. Because you'd need to take, like, the average... Like, you'd need to take the minimum size of a mountain. Calculate its volume. And then figure out how many molehills that is. I've not downloaded all the Tom Lehrer songs yet. I need to. I have a lot of things that I just have not gotten around to this week. I have not had time for much. Boomer says if the mountain was hollow, you'd need fewer molehills. This is true. I'm picturing, like, the Pied Piper of Hamelin, where he has that space inside the mountain where he hides all the children. Would be rats, not moles. Nope. Hey, Chiller, welcome, welcome. Day off? And grappling hook. Oop. Oh, good. Yeah, I cannot imagine. That sounded like so much. I know. I love that the farm DLC added a grappling hook. I didn't think that I'd be all about the grappling hook, but I'm all about the grappling hook. Okay. It doesn't look as bad as I was afraid it did. I think move this more over to here. I do like... It's either... I'm still trying out this ergonomic keyboard and I keep hitting the wrong everything. Slowly losing my mind. Chiller says I'd 100% be about the grappling hook. Problem is I'd spend more time using the hook instead of flipping houses. Way too bright of a gold, but oh well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the ergonomic keyboard thing. I do think this probably needs to go. Oh yeah. Oops, I'd meant to grab a different I meant to grab a different coffee table from the workshop and I forgot. So whoops. Boomer suggests a mini game use grappling hook to catch cars. Like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. Chiller asks how many houses you got left to sell. To sell? Okay, see, I think I currently have like 9 properties in my inventory. And then like 57 still to buy? Something like that. It's too slow. Yeah. Guess that one will do for now. Okay. Yeah, like 57 still to buy, and then I currently have like 9 in my inventory, but that includes my office. So like 57 plus 8. So like 65-ish. Association asks, is the wall color gray, blue, or green? It is a soft gray. Also, hello, welcome. All right, let's see. Will it work? Oh. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Let me put it against the wall. Let's see if I can sell the outlet in the shower. Still won't let me sell the outlet in the shower. Bummer. Yeah, but I've sold almost 30. So... okay. Wonder if I have a 25 cabinet? Probably not. The outlet in the shower is for the hair dryer? Yes, perfect. I kept thinking it's where you could plug in the boombox. Bless you, Luke. This game puzzles me sometimes. Let's try it. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Okay. It's fine. Hey Roy, welcome, welcome. Ooh, like a toaster in the shower. That would be good. I've got it. That's where you plug in the coffee maker so you can make your coffee while you're showering. Ta-da. Oh, that might be nice, Chiller. I can post the updated version. In the Discord later. Okay, let me see. Or espresso for those quick showers. Exactly. Roy says nothing better than buttered toast and coffee while you're taking a shower. Yep, as long as you eat the toast fast enough that it doesn't get soggy. He says, I heard coffee and shower and I'm confused but interested. We're discussing what to use the outlet in the shower for, because I still can't sell it. I can't get rid of the outlet in the shower. And yeah, so far our best option, I think, is that is where you plug in the coffee maker. Okay. So you can have it in the shower. Just standing under the water with your mug. Starts out as espresso, slowly becomes an Americano. This one will do, right? There's a weird space there. 2 outlets, one for coffee, one for hairdryer. This is true. I just want to see. Okay, I think I can sneak that in there. There are 2 spaces on the outlet, so... Jiller says, today's question for everyone. If you like coffee, what is your favorite brand? If you do not like coffee, why not? I don't like it because it's yucky. Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker. But like I have multiple reasons for it. Sitting here thinking, don't kitchens normally have something else in them too? Refrigerators, that's what kitchens have in them. Let's do this one. Let's do a pink fridge. Why not? Like, it's supposed to be like a girly glam kind of thing. Why not do a pink fridge? Boom. Brings a little bit of color in. Luke says, my favorite used to be Lucky's French Roast, but it got discontinued. Now it's 365 Buzz Free. Also, anything by Kicking Horse, especially Grizzly Claw. Grizzly Claw. Ugh. I'm still struggling. Yeah, I don't really like that, I don't like the bitter aftertaste so much. But also, I'm not like a dark chocolate person. I like my sweets sweet. But I also don't like caffeine. There are just a handful of drinks that I like well enough that once in a blue moon, I will suffer the caffeine in order to have them. But I don't typically drink things for caffeine. Caffeine is not good for me. Boomer uses Nescafe House Blend Instant. Luciation does Instant Decaf Taster's Choice. Let's see. Need hanging cabinets here. Alright. Let's see. What do I even have going on here? Yeah, if I'm gonna do something that has a little bit of a bitterness to it, I prefer matcha. But even then, I like my matcha to be very sweet, and apparently it's offensive to matcha snobs, because matcha snobs are a thing. These drive me nuts. a little wide, right? Okay, and then how big is this space? The hardest part of designing the kitchen is just trying to get all the cabinets to fit. Yeah, now, say, on the very few occasions where I have actually had coffee, I don't like the bitterness. I really can't stand that burnt taste that Starbucks has. Like, that's a big no for me. Let's try this again. So Luke is a bit of a coffee snob, just a little bit. And we'll say that while coffee is not my thing, and if I'm going to drink it, I want to have all of the sweet flavoring stuff added to it. The coffee itself, I tend to like what he says is good. I think that he tends to be right about this. Is it that weird ghosty thing faster? That's obnoxious. Alright. Yep. Yeah, Starbucks coffee is awful. I don't understand how people can like that burnt taste. Again, I don't even like coffee, and I know their coffee is gross. Chiller says, I believe in most relationships, one person is usually a coffee snob while the other is not. Yes. Yeah, and Luke is like a dark roast black coffee drinker, and I'm a I think I'd rather have a chocolate milkshake drinker. Let's see, kitchen, electronic equipment, other, yes. See, or no, right? Boomer says, and all the other coffees copied Starbucks, so they're no good either. Yes. Makes traveling and drinking service station coffee a horrible experience. Oh, man. Luke has had the worst time trying to get coffee anywhere when we travel. Like, road trip coffee has become the saddest thing for him. It's sad to watch. That takes it all the way up. And they're just too tall for lentils to go over. Well, then what do I do here? Bring them down so I can put lentils over them. Hello, Trumpet. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I know we've stopped at a few hipster-looking places looking for road trip coffee, and it's been nasty. And it's just like, why? How? Why would you do this? Yeah, as Boomer says, we're busy bad-mouthing Starbucks coffee. Chiller asked for the people who drink coffee what their favorite coffee is, and for the people who don't drink coffee, why do you not like coffee? And this has very quickly devolved into the one thing everyone can agree on is that Starbucks is awful. Like, whether you like coffee or don't like coffee, Starbucks is the worst. Trumpet says coffee's just disgusting. Easy answer. Mood. Said, if I'm gonna caffeinate, I like, doing like a milk tea or so. Something extremely sweet. See, we have found some solid coffee shops on different road trips before. But like our last road trip was every place we stopped, the coffee was nasty. Like, there was one that we'd had particularly high hopes for, and the coffee was like undrinkable. It was so sad. Oh man. I used to like soda a lot more than I do now, but really the caffeinated sodas I just cannot do. They all taste nasty to me. Once in a blue moon I like root beer. That's about it. Luke says, oh yeah, the one that was almost driving distance from here. That place was abominable. Yep. Yeah, and it's not even like really a health thing so much. It's more, does it make sense if I say it feels overly aggressive to me? Like, it's so bubbly and it's so sugary. Like, too much going on. All right. Like a small rug. What kind of small rug? A little one. Don't be silly. We're not doing the egg. It's a good rug. Yeah, and I can't get into the like sparkling water type of stuff either, because it's just so aggressive. Like, why is it angry at me? Why is the water angry? Larger than what I want. Boomer says they should switch from coffee to snow cones, call themselves the abominable snow cones. There you go. A brilliant business strategy. Wow, that rug is much larger than I was expecting. It was like every so often. Again, I don't like coffee, but I do kind of like the smell of coffee. There have been a few times where Luke has gotten coffee somewhere, and I can just immediately tell from the smell that that is not good coffee. And if I can tell from the smell that it's bad coffee, it's really bad coffee. I want some kind of floral arrangement, and I don't think I have anything that's like what I would like. That's close, and this is close. Okay. Let me try that one. I think this needs ceiling molding. It just feels so weird up there. So let's see which one. Maybe this? There we go. I used to be a soda drinker, though, and it was for the flavor, not for caffeine, because I can't caffeinate. Like, caffeine is very, very bad for me in many, many ways. Not worth it. Yeah, used to drink soda, then I got boring. Okay, that's better. I think with those curtains I can't do trim in here. That definitely helps in the kitchen. I really wish that ghost of the plaster would go away. Yeah. Do it in here too. I know, I'm not even a pink person. I'm trying to go with the like kind of old Hollywood thing, and all these pictures I was looking at, there's all this pink. I actually do plan to do a Barbie dream house at some point. I have the house picked out for it. Eventually there will be a pink house. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Actually, silver glacier on the walls in here, right? Let me try something real quick. Because I can paint the trim the same color as the walls. A little variety in. Okay. Right, silver glacier. Oop. Oop, that one's too low. Yeah, so many plans for so many houses. This game's gonna take a long time. There's so many houses in it. And glacier. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Classy. Classier than the shower outlet. Oh, this room should definitely have it. We'll do light again though. Yeah. Alright. Oop. Let's see. Thanks for the follow. Ah. Like, how did I mess that up? The usual way. Okay. There. Right. And this one. Can I put it to the edge? Cannot. Okay, so I think no trim in here actually. Because I can't take it to the edge of the door. Bummer. A good look for everywhere else, but it doesn't work for the whole room. It doesn't work. Alright. Now, base. Now just the one I want. This there in the corner. And these little heart mirrors. Little mirror next to the big mirrors. And trying to remember. Oh, let's do this set. And I Nicey nice. It's way more off center than I thought it was, apparently. Okay. I think it's probably still a little uneven, but it's definitely better. So want to keep the back deck like that? Don't know. Oh, that's weird. Through the door there's ghosts of plaster. Hey Pip, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Okay. Probably put some cosmetics. Start with these because skincare is important. Just got back from coffee and I'm working on podcast uploads. How is everyone? Doing all right. Been feeling kind of off all day, and right before stream started, realized that my problem was I was getting a headache. So I took an ibuprofen and doing a little bit better. And Chiller's question of the day for the chat was, coffee drinkers, what is your favorite brand? Non-coffee drinkers, why do you not like coffee? So you came into a thing. And yeah, the main takeaway has been that whether you love coffee or hate coffee, you hate Starbucks. Yeah, ibuprofen's helping a bit. Just I can't handle that burnt taste. Accessories. It's under hobby? Might be under bathroom. Boomer says, I want to start a competing chain called Ahabs. But tis. I'm guessing Luke gets that joke. Let's see. Aw, Pip says, I actually have a plastic Starbucks cup that is beautiful and holographic rainbow that I'm obsessed with. They do have really cute cups. I will give them that. A couple years ago at, of all things, a nail polish expo, there was a, like, indie makeup creator who's there selling her makeup, and she had some merch that she was selling as well, and she had these cups that were like the Starbucks type cups, but with her little indie makeup company logo on them. So my friend that went to the expo with me has this beautiful, like, shimmering iridescent lilac cup that looks like one of those Starbucks cups that everyone goes for, but it's got this little indie makeup company logo, and I love it. It's so pretty. So she basically has a Starbucks cup without the Starbucks. It's great. Pretty. Okay, it's under bathroom. All right. Thank you, Luke. I knew that Starbuck was the name of a character in Moby Dick, but I couldn't remember which character. So, first mate. Appreciate it. I read it a very long time ago. Like middle school or high school. I was a weird kid. So I have read it, but I remember very little about it. Oh, the cup is so pretty, Pip. It's so sparkly. Sparkles. It is very important that we see how cute and sparkly it is. Hey Roy, welcome, welcome. See, I'm an OG Battlestar Galactica girly, so to me, Starbuck will always be Dirk Benedict. He was great. Putting out lots of makeup because I feel like that's necessary. Yeah, I've read a fair number of classics, but very randomly. I very much have just read ones that I was interested in, rather than, you know, these are the important ones or whatever. So, very, very random selection. I do love Silas Marner. If anyone's wanting to read more classics and hasn't read that one yet, I highly recommend Silas Marner. So, in some ways, I want to say it's similar to A Christmas Carol, because it's also about a grumpy, miserly old loner having a life-altering experience that helps him learn how to integrate into a community and realize that it is worth it to integrate into the community. It's very nice. It's interesting because it was written by George Eliot. You know, it was a woman using a fake name. And every time I try to think, how do I communicate what this book is? I always want to call it like girly Christmas Carol. So of course I like it, but it's a shorter book. It's not, you know, 1,000 pages of meandering. It's not a 40-hour audiobook, Jane Eyre. So it's a lot more digestible than a lot of the other classics. And I do appreciate that about it. Yes. Yeah, it's more accessible than a lot of the classics. It's shorter, less meandering. But it's very nice, and it has a lot of similarities with Christmas Carol, but it's very, very focused on this community. And instead of it being an internal journey that motivates him to change, it's his relationships with others that drive him. Which is the main difference that I find very interesting. But an umbrella stand of some kind. Okay. Oh, I have a cool one. Let's do that then. Alright. Pip asks what I'm making. So I just kind of wanted a house that I could work on yesterday while discussing all of the movies that we watched in theaters last year. But one thing led to another, and so I'm still working on it. But the idea is like an old Hollywood vintage glamour kind of thing. Very girly. Technically a little too girly for me, or maybe a lot too girly. But it's very girly, and it is fun to do a style that's so fully committed. Which we could both remember that there was another like re-release type of movie that we saw in theaters last year and had been blanking. And finally remembered last night. that it was Back to the Future, which holds up remarkably well. Like, watching it on the big screen, there were so many background details that neither of us had noticed in all the times we've seen it previous. So that was really interesting. Let's see. Like, so many little hints, these framing moments. It was just really cool. All right, I need a towel rack. Room for the big one. Luke says, very carefully made. Good use of the set and costume design to advance the story. Yes. It's so interesting. Just being able to see all those details. Like, when it's setting up the before versions of the parents and what a dysfunctional mess that family is, in that scene where they're all sitting at the dining table, you know, you can see the dad and the TV behind him, and like that's what his sort of puppet master is. That's his vice that's controlling him. And the mom, you can see the bottle of alcohol behind her. That's her vice that she's embodying. And it was just a really cool little detail that, as many times as I've watched this movie, I'd never noticed before. Like, we just watched this here a few months ago, and I already feel like I need to watch it again because it was just so, like Luke said, carefully made. I want like a painting, I think. I might put an overly fancy painting. Now, aw, I can have a tiny one. I just feel like so many of the paintings in this game are so dark. Okay, that one's cute. Cute. Then accessories. That right there. Could do. Too modern. Alright. So, accessories, bathroom. Ooh, I can have this in pink. Okay. And see, I don't like this one because you can only have 2 toothbrushes in it. I like the ones where you can choose to leave a toothbrush out. So like, where's that one? Scrolled past it, of course. Okay. Boop. Ta-da. Okay. I'll need toothpaste as well. This one. Perfect. And small towel holder. Right. Oh. Very fancy. Yeah, I also wanted to see. Perfect. I think I'll rotate it. Yeah, nice. I think Back to the Future was one of the better movies that we watched last year, like overall. I love George's arc so much. Wanting to find. Oh. You know what I've been thinking about. Okay, what would this be under? Standing lights, table lights. Candlestick? Is that the only one? I think that's the only one with multiples, right? Yes. Yeah. Boomer's recommending a movie called One Life. It says that Critical Drinker on YouTube. It's a good description. Do you watch Critical Drinker? Luke is a bit of a fan. Enjoy your lurk, trumpet. So Pip, I discovered that I could make a custom lurk command. I'm slowly figuring out the whole streamer thing. That's been my most recent upgrade. I believe Lurky Turkey was Luke's idea? Yeah, I still have a lengthy list of things that I need to figure out how to do. But dadgummit, I figured out one of them. I'm accomplished. So, one is great. I will absolutely accept one. I can do floor molding. I can't do ceiling molding in here, but maybe I can do floor molding. What's fancy? Is this room silver glacier? Yes. Yeah, there's a long, long list. There we go. Little by little, I'll get there. Or at least I'll get as far as I need to. I don't know how to do it. It's possible that I just don't need it. Exactly. Oh gosh. Luke sent me a video today. That, the guy that does pitch meetings. Is it Brian George? Something like that? The pitch meeting guy. Luke sent me a video that he did about how you're not allowed to have hobbies anymore because anything that you do needs to be turned into a side hustle. You gotta monetize that. How dare you be doing something you enjoy? You need to make it so challenging and so high pressure that it's no longer enjoyable. And I felt so seen. Like every time I do anything, the reaction is always, have you considered monetizing that? The whole point of it is so I have something that's not monetized. It's just supposed to be a pressure release. Pip says, trying to explain why I stream to my dad. A long silence before he said, so you make money off of it? Yep. Yeah. Boomer says, I'm in. How can I make taking naps a side hustle? Probably with OnlyFans. There's probably someone who would watch that. Pip says he was like, why do people even want to watch you? I don't understand. Yeah, it can be really hard to explain streaming to people. So, do you make enough money for it to be worth your time? It's like, it's worth my time before there's money involved. I'm having a good time. I'm allowed to just have a good time. Pip says, I make friends, Dad, okay? Exactly. I get to chat with people but I don't have to leave the house. Bryce says, it's like why we climb high mountains. Just because. Exactly. Sometimes you just need to do the thing. It says it's not often you meet nerds out in the wild. You gotta go to the internet to find them. There is that. This is true. Luke started out as moderator. Had like never viewed just streams in general before. I don't care if it's all glam and fancy. I need to put a blanket in here so that they could curl up and be cozy. I like never do this because I hate it personally, but I feel like they really need to have a TV somewhere. Because the whole idea is that they're like an old movie fan, and that's why their house looks like this. But there's really not a good space for one in the living room, so they'll have a TV in the bedroom. Yuck. Taylor says you can sign up for research purposes where all you do is sleep and doctors monitor your sleep patterns. Yeah, Chiller said there's more to life than getting green paper. Boomer pointed out that yes, other countries have different colored paper. Pip says maybe if we had purple money, I'd stream for the money. There you go. Bits are your purple money. Oh yeah, Bernadette Banner. Her Victorian ankle content thing was just absolutely brilliant. She did great pictures. She's brilliant with photography. She has a YouTube video where she shows all the stuff. And she did shut the account down and donated all of the money to something. I can't remember what she says in the video. I can post the link in the Discord. It'll be very confusing for anyone who's not watching the stream right now. Suspended. Same way you do, Lociation. YouTube. Bernadette. Oh. Bernadette. Banner. Let's see. There's that video. There she is. And Discord. Yep. Station says Princess probably told me about it, otherwise I'd still be in the dark about the dark side. That sounds reasonable. Nicey nice. And will it fit? If it will, I'll be so very happy. I'm so very happy. It does fit. Okay, I like making it look like they could close it off if they wanted to. So, let's see. Trying to think, like in the movies, what do they usually have next to the bed? A princess phone. I actually might do that. We'll do like kind of one that's more functional and one that's more for show. So we'll have like full of books. I don't think I can put the TV on the ceiling. And I don't know if I could get myself past the, oh my gosh, what if it falls? You know? Oh, books and a phone. Pink one. And the... What would this be under? Because I want... There we go. Alright. An alarm clock. And exactly, I'd be so afraid you're laying there watching TV and the TV falls right on your face. Like, I've had enough posters fall on me in the middle of the night. I'm not putting a TV on the ceiling. And a glass of water. Let's see if I can... Oh. Put this in here. And this in here. Then see if I can find a fancier one for in here. Like, I don't think the one I'm thinking of will fit, but I gotta try it. Yeah, that does not fit because that's like touching the table. This one, however. Yeah. All the sparkle. What's that a reference to, Boomer? Reminds me though, do I have like champagne bucket or anything similar to it? Have a wine tray for 2. That might work. Ah, Hotel California. Okay. I don't know if I've ever like actually like intentionally listened to that song the whole way through. Something about it always reminds me of the miniseries The Lost Room. Don't know why. Okay. Pip says I was on a youth group trip in high school and they played that song on repeat in the van for like an hour. Oh gosh. See, I've heard it on the radio plenty of times, but I'm always doing something, so I just hear bits and pieces of it. So I've heard the song many times, but never listened to it, if that makes sense. Surfaces, paving slabs. Do that one. Luke says something about it has always rubbed me the wrong way. Can't stand it. That's allowed. It's not... It's really not for me, but it's not as bad as Hallelujah. Killer says if I've been a big fan of songs that tell a story. Yeah, I like when there's some story to it, but I don't know, I'll have just really random songs that I don't like and I can't explain why. Let's look at this one. Just the basic concrete. There is something about Hallelujah that bugs me. And what I find interesting about this is that there's some kind of like note change or something in the song that is supposed to like trigger the emotion center of the brain, and it's why so many people love it so much. And Adele uses it a lot in her music, and I don't really like Adele either. Like, alright, so this thing triggers the feels for everyone else, but it triggers some sort of rage for me. Alright, about this. This one's not an oldie. Has anyone ever listened to Seawolf? says I never got the Adele thing either. Just something about it. It's like, I'm wondering if it has something to do with that note change. I'm gonna give her this. Oh, that's fun. Hey, pool core. Okay. Seawolf has some just beautiful, beautiful ballads. Tend to be a little bit sad, but very, very good. What's the one? Leaves in the River. Haven't listened to it in ages, and now I desperately need to. Let's see. It's under structures, fences. I feel like this one maybe? Let's play the Will It Fit game. It's time for everyone's favorite game show. Okay, doesn't really fit. But if I move some stuff, maybe I can have like a path going through it kind of thing. Also, the pool did weird things to the grass. I've been having trouble with this lately. There's a couple of Seawolf albums that I've listened to endlessly. Like, so much. Leaves in the River and Old World Romance. Like, those were basically my personality in college. And trying to like do math in my head and also talk music. But also then he didn't release any songs under that name, at least, for literally like 9 years or something. And then when he finally did release another song, his like comeback track was a single called Fear of Failure. And that's one of those lives rent-free in my head kind of things. It's a great song, by the way. followed it with a full album, but I still think about that his comeback was fear of failure. Let's see. Alright, I'm just gonna do a search for concrete slab. It's one I probably need to listen to again here soon. Oh. It's a good, I want to call it hype song, but it's not like, it's not incredibly hypey. It's just I have to be brave even though I'm still afraid. Not sure what to do about that bit. Be nothing to do about it. That's nice. There'll just be a little space. Yay. I'll have like a fancy patio. I'll probably put a hot tub back here somewhere. It'll be fancy. And then I do want to make sure that there is some garden, the rest of it, with paths going through that they can walk on while they talk to psychics. Hot tub. Let's do this one. Nicey nice. Haha! Boomer says my favorite headline from many years ago was a psychic's picnic canceled due to rain. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, furniture. Tables. Do we have a table that an umbrella can go through? Yes. What if we put the umbrella and then the table? These look like they're supposed to go together, right? They even have the same name. Oh. that's obnoxious. That's the worst. That's fun. Doesn't look like I have any other umbrella cables. That's really obnoxious. Alright, okay, we'll get one of these. And chairs. What about... Can I get this one to match? Yes. Okay. It's not exactly what I pictured, but it might be better. I like it. Boomer says I really miss work on my Palia house this week. How's that coming? Like an outdoor sofa, I think. Ooh. Not this one. Bougie. Which says I have the layout with the central courtyard, now to do the rooms. Nice! Making progress. I finally decided to try my first custom build in House Flipper after a ridiculous amount of time and math and cussing. I do finally have like the basic layout for it. So I will be able to start streaming the decorating of that one. But oh, that took way too long. That was obnoxious. All right. More panels. Yeah, I'm getting this house up to the point where it starts giving me headaches, so We might even pop over to look at that one for a minute. Lights, outdoor lamp. Up there. Okay. Ugh. Trying to figure out the garden is always just a pain. Yeah. Like, I was getting a headache already, and now on this house, I'm down to those, like, the last details, the garden. The garden is always just the worst for me. Like, I just want to paint for a little while. You know what? Y'all are out there in internet land. No one can stop me. Luke dives in slow motion across the room. Get back to the vintage clam house! Oof. Chiller says I'm kind of getting a headache as well, though mine is because I'm not eating as well as I should. How dare you! Alright, so I bought this piece of land. It's actually surprisingly difficult to build on because I was trying to work around paths. But so my starting point was the house next to my parents, the one that just got torn down. I wasn't able to do the porch exactly the same because I couldn't do a roof over an open space, but I do think the porch is cute, so I'm okay with it, I think. Mill around the edges just so we can kind of see where they are. I don't know how much of this place I want to mow, because I like that it's very overgrown and forested and all of that, but also I need to be able to work. So here we go. Alright, so yeah, started with the neighbor house. And for the neighbor house, though, something was going on with this dude, but all of the windows were teeny tiny. They were like basement windows, like teeny tiny, small, very high up, even though it was in this beautiful location. Which I just found so odd all the time. So I went with the basic floor plan, but I changed all of the windows out for gigantic windows. Like, these windows might be slightly too big as opposed to being way too small. Let's do this one. Oop. Now, I did make the kitchen bigger, because in that house, the kitchen was like one row of cabinets, and then you could just squeeze down the row of cabinets. So the kitchen's a little bit bigger. Dining room is a little bit bigger. I chose to do the pre-edition version. So it's 2 bedrooms. This one I'm thinking I'll do an office. And I changed up the floor plan of the bathroom. So I stole part of the bathroom so that I can have a laundry room. We'll see if that's still enough space to have like an actual bathroom in here. Oh, Chiller says, here's a fun question for everyone. I'm thinking about getting some fast food tonight as I haven't had some in a long time. What is everyone's favorite fast food place? I can tell you right now that Luke's is Chipotle. Start by finding some doors here. Yeah, Luke is all about the Chipotle. I think I'm going with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is the bomb. Alright, what wood tones? Ooh, there's that American walnut. See if I can find others in this, because this is like the best. Tiny little cult closet. Oh, okay. Boomer says Chick-fil-A. Roy says Burger King. Luke says that Chick-fil-A would be his favorite of the drive-thru focused fast food. Pip says, I really like Lee's Chicken. It's kind of a smaller chain, so I'm not sure if anyone else has heard of it. I have not. I changed up the floor plan just a little bit, but not by much, if I could help it. Okay. Fried chicken, so yummy. They also have some great fried pickles there. Oh. Let's do this one. I'm gonna see what the closest color to this is. Similar. Oh gosh. Yeah, Luke says, haven't eaten at any of the big chains like McD's, BK, Taco Bell, etc. in over a decade, and I haven't missed them. Pip says, I tried to go back to Taco Bell recently to get their little cinnamon twists. I was shocked to find they tasted like cardboard twists. Yep. Ah, there we go. Deep chestnut is a decent match. Really? Boomer says that's what happens when they put the accountants in charge of the recipes. Yes. Luke says they taste of cinnamon and sadness. Also, yes. Chestnut. Is this the right size? It's okay. So. Huh. Yeah, I think I'll do... might do this one again. so teeny tiny small. Alright, yours to just the standard ones. I'm thinking this one. Sweet chestnut. Okay. Chiller says, reminds me of a joke. Grape flavor medicine does not taste like grape, it tastes like death and the tears of small children. Yes. Yeah, so something I thought was interesting, I recently got some bubblegum scented lotion, and I love the lotion. It's great. And I would expect bubblegum scent to be really fun. But every time I use this lotion, I have this moment of, oh, antibiotics. Like, oh, deep cut. Apparently when I was a kid, for a while, I had to take a bubblegum flavored antibiotic. And it's still just like in my brain as that. So. What? Okay. Wait a minute. Alright, so Lociation said, I prefer Taco Bell to Chipotle. Cheap date. Chiller says, sometimes cheap date is best date. Yes. Boomer says, my favorite date is no second person. Yay, freedom. That? Pip says, I was watching a video where people were talking about how a boba date or an ice cream date is stupid because it's too middle school, and I was so confused. But you get to have ice cream. You get to spend time with your favorite person. You can hold hands. Like, I'm not seeing a valid argument against ice cream dates. Let's see. Let's see. Gradient, green, entry. Luke points out, Princess and I went out for froyo for our first date as a couple. We did. Yep, we need to go again. Yeah, the people who don't like ice cream dates probably also don't like holding hands because they think it's like too innocent or something. I have known people like that. They are very sad. They're the kind of people that those sad grown-up books get written about. And as we've discussed, I prefer middle grade books, which have like cute talking animals and secret passageways that lead to ancient treasure. Like this, or do I want it to be a little bit lighter in here? Mm-hmm. Chiller says, yes, how dare a date be innocent? Exactly! I mean, I guess if you're meeting everyone on Tinder... Oh my gosh. Boomer says if I opened a froyo place, one of the selections would have to be named Baggins. That would be so perfect. I would go for Froyo Baggins every time. Association says, I'd rather go out for coffee or ice cream than a big date. It says, I feel like you'd lose your chance on so many cool people just by rejecting someone for a cheap date. There are way better reasons to reject a person. Oh yeah, and somehow they don't do it for that. Luke suggests Boba Baggins. Yes. So I have pine tree and forest. Let's try the forest. Oh, yeah, that's just enough lighter. Killer says I am a cheap man, but I would buy a Boba Baggins just because. Pip says last year Mark and I tried Fancy Date for my birthday. We went to the melting pot. It was smoky, loud, and everyone had their alarms going off at their table every 5 minutes because of the nature of the place. You cook the meat yourself. So it was so not worth the money. Now cheap date is the best date. Get that. Now see, every so often I like what I consider fancy date. But also I feel like what a lot of people will describe as a fancy date, I would just feel so guilty about. My fancy date is a little more medium range. Just, I like having some variety. Mix it up, go on adventures. Oh. Let's see. Okay, I need to see how big some of my rugs are. And you'd think I would know. It's too big for in there. It's really cute though. Snug, but technically fits. Osation says, when husband and I go fancy, I look at the price of filet mignon and think about how I can get a whole beef tenderloin on sale for that price. Yes. I think I want... I want to do some kind of paneling on the ceiling. One's very shiny, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna do a little testing in here. That one might work. my way around. Handle all the ceilings. Boop. Pip says, why did I automatically think that closet was like a mini dungeon? Oh yeah, I haven't done the walls yet. So a lot of them are still the like cinder block. Also, you might be playing too much D&D. If you think everything is either a dungeon or a dragon, you might be playing too much Dungeons and Dragons. Uh-oh, Pip says Mark is all about crafting dungeon tiles lately. It's all I see. Oh no. Da da da. Do the herringbone like marble. This one. Forest mist. Perfect. Chiller says, my wife loves fancy restaurants. One time we went to one on her birthday. A bowl of Alfredo noodles. They were the cheapest item on the menu at about 20 bucks. Well, she got $50 filet mignon. Whew. I was miserable and I felt bad because she really wanted to go. Aww. So sad. Yeah, if I'm going to a place where the Alfredo is 20 bucks, I have to like really make an effort to prepare myself beforehand. Like talking myself down as to how much I'm allowed to spend on food for myself. So it's a challenge. And if it's more than like 10 bucks, I have to talk myself into it, but still. If says that's when you ask for gift cards from others when it's Christmas. Fancy stuff, no guilt. There you go. Problem solved. Okay. Then walls. Paint. Is it in grayscale? Yes. Yeah, if I start doing math at the table, I start feeling guilty. Ooh, Chiller says my favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. Technically pricey, but food is really good and breadsticks are bottomless. Yeah, for chain restaurants, I'm a big fan of Olive Garden. Big fan of Olive Garden. And K-Pot, I really like. He says free food tastes better. Philosophy to live by. Let's see. All right, have a good day, Boomer. It's good to see ya. If I'm going to a restaurant, I really like to do things like get dishes that have more components than I would put together myself. Because I like to cook, but I'm a lazy cook. Pip says, I just love places with chicken strips. They're just so good. I can relate to this. If there's mac and cheese, I'm there. Alright, lights. Light switches. Let's do this one in the brass. Dude, Luke has been on a chicken nugget frenzy since we had COVID. And I just got over like a year straight of craving buffalo chicken with ranch. So. Yeah, something about when we were getting over COVID, the only thing I really wanted was mac and cheese. Like, I only wanted mac and cheese, and Luke only wanted chicken nuggets. Like, oh no, we've reverted to, like, first grade. Killer says, who knew I would bond with people online over chicken strips? That. Pip says we should all have a chicken strip party. Luke says I'd go to a chicken strip party. Now I'm thinking about how would you do a chicken strip party? Luke says, what else would you bond over? Yeah, my thing where I wouldn't eat anything else was always mac and cheese. Like, mac and cheese was my baseline comfort food. Let's see here. I'll look at the novella ones, I think. Just because they have the nice open shelves, and I feel like those might be nice in here. Yeah. Start with the corners, because it's like a puzzle. There. One over here. Don't think I've ever been to Red Robin. And then I need a sink. Did this one. Interesting. All right. Yeah. Don't think I've ever been. Hey Midas, welcome, welcome. We're discussing fast food and chain restaurants. Oh. Pip says Red Robin has beer milkshakes, which scares her. Okay, yeah, I don't know if that would be for me. That sounds kind of terrifying. Okay, I need a little skinny one. Like this. Stone. Gold. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one, Midas. I don't get out much. My getting out period was really when Luke and I were dating. So it's been a minute. We still sort of go on dates, you know, but like I did all of my going out. Yeah, Luke doesn't do fast food. And even for the non-fast food, he's gluten intolerant, so that limited the places that we could go. We've called restaurants before and asked, do you have any gluten-free options? And they laugh on the phone and go, no. Okay. Thank you. I swear that is an actual thing that we've had happen. Ooh. Yeah, it's Midas says only way to trust gluten-free is to do it yourself, and this is why I cook a lot of our stuff myself. We eat out if I'm tired. Yeah, more healthy options would be nice. Bibimbap is a really good one. Like, highly, highly recommend Bibimbap. Everything there's gluten-free. Sort of like Chipotle, but Korean. Good stuff. Okay, I need a hood. Sounds cute. Okay. Oh yeah, Pip says, I used to get Panera a lot, but I used to spend like $7 for a meal there, and that same meal is like $17 now, so never mind. And yes, that would be yes. Yeah, I don't know about this whole economy thing. Midas says sweet green. It's a good option here. I'm fascinated because I'm hearing all of these restaurant names that I've never heard of before. And I feel like I often don't realize just how localized a lot of chains are and stuff. I could not with sushi. I don't get it. Even if I could eat seafood, I don't get sushi. Like, it's raw. Midas says, I'm in DC. Pretty sure they are national, but mostly big city. Ah. And I stay out of big cities if I can at all help it. I haven't done cooked sushi and said I can't do fish, and I really shouldn't do seaweed either. So it's just too hard to try to find something, and it's like, why try to get myself into something where I won't be able to have any more of it, you know? Okay, I want to do open shelving over here. There we go. That's cute, right? Oh, it should have a little kitchen rug, though. Let's see what'll fit. Try this one. Oh, I like that. Midas says, I don't have any dietary restrictions, but I am at that watch your sodium intake age. Get that. Yeah, I have some random dietary restrictions, and Luke has some random dietary restrictions. So, between the two of us, like, well, what are we gonna eat tonight? I don't know. How about tonight? I don't know. Oh, Midas says my wife is on high sodium, so we are a pair. I have a friend who's on high sodium, our DM. He has a sodium deficiency thing where his body doesn't process sodium properly, so he has to have all of the salt. Ah. I vaguely know what that is. Okay, I'll know things, but not know their names. This is like a recurring theme. This rug would work well in here if I can find a spot for it. I like this one, but I feel like it's too big. This one might be too small, though. Postural orthostatic tachycardia. I'm gonna have to ask and see what our DM has. Ooh, that is a large rug. That might be what I use in the living room, though. That would be cute. All right. Have a good rest of your day, Pip. It was nice to see you. Oh, that one's cute. I feel like it's a little bit tiny. It's really cute. Rats. I always wind up making rooms that are just slightly the wrong size for rugs. Like, this is a recurring thing. I could swear I have more small rugs. Maybe not. It's fun, but I'm not sure if it's right for this space. I'm going for like a forest boho kind of thing. Ah, Wendy's. It always takes me a minute to remember that not every Wendy's is like the Wendy's in the town I grew up in. I heard things from people who worked there. And it left me like so paranoid. You know, this one's the same size, but it's lighter, so it doesn't feel quite as oppressive. Of course, that Wendy's is right across from the KFC, where I hear they deal drugs out of the drive-thru window, so... you know. Hashtag just small town things. Yes, definitely. And then I need, hang on, I need a dining room table. Did I find one in the workshop? Or do I want to do a base game one? I might use these workshop chairs, though. Here, I'll put one at each end, and then I'll know how long the table needs to be. Aha! Alright, furniture, dining room, tables. Aw, it's baby. Okay. Okay, that one's a good size, I think. Ooh, I like that. Let's do that one. And then I think I want to do a bench. So a bench on that side. And we'll do more of the chairs on this side. Maybe? Another bench. I think the room's slightly too small. Oops. Like, I made this. And remember, I made this dining room larger than the real life dining room. I don't know how they fit anything in there. I've only ever seen it without furniture in it, and I legitimately don't know how they did that. Magic. Maybe. I don't have a better explanation. Do forest mist. Okay. I can feel my brain relaxing when I'm painting. It's so soothing. It's self-care. And here. Actually, speaking of food, Luke, I don't know if I decided what I'm feeding you for dinner tonight. Whoops. There's that. Then... not that rug that I was looking at earlier. Large rug. Why is it saying it doesn't fit? There should be plenty of room and there shouldn't be anything blocking it. That's very frustrating because I like that rug. Ah. Bummer. That's way too fancy. Midas says, I'm making barbecue chicken and mashed potatoes for dinner. Nice. Oh, this one might work. It's cute. So I was thinking, I painted the walls and I'm immediately going to change them, but only this part. Thinking for here, because the house that I'm basing this on, they did have a wood burner. I don't know where they kept it before they did the addition though, so let's see how deep that is. I think would need it to be like 75. Okay, so Midas. Yes, I saw. Also, I have watched the videos where you flip Modern House and Behind the Rails. Even looking at them and watching the video and everything, I'm really struggling to figure out like, where things are in relation to each other. Like, hilariously, for someone who plays the house flipping game all the time, I really struggle with that kind of spatial reasoning for like looking at someone walking through a house and figuring out where the walls go. Like this build, I'm trying to rebuild a house that I went through, like walked through several times and took lots of pictures of, trying to figure out what the floor plan is, and I'm still struggling so much with it. So, thank you. With Modern House, I really have just like one idea, basically, and like that'll get it done. That's my main concern. It'll be done. I won't have to worry about it anymore. With Behind the Rails, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I cannot figure out like how to have that flow together. Like, it's such an odd layout to me. Uber open floor plan. Okay. I feel like most of the places, because I've been keeping a spreadsheet with all of my ideas, so most of them I have an idea for. I keep a list of my like bonus ideas for the properties where I'm actually like, I really like this one. I could do a lot here. Which, like, one of my absolute favorites that I would love to flip many, many times is room 404. If that explains anything about like the types of properties I like. Thank you. Yeah, I love room 404 so much. It is so satisfying. It's just the right size to me for trying out a style. There we go. Cute. Ooh, I want... Okay. What are they called? Fire irons. There we go. Yeah, room 404 is great. I actually really liked the old lady's house from HGTV. Here, wait a minute. Oh, I've been keeping a list. I'm only listing the ones that I've actually built in. Okay, room 404, old lady's house. I really liked Cabin in the Woods. And I loved the hacker loft from Cyberpunk. Interesting. See, I thought Old Lady House was small enough to be a challenge. Like, I prefer the challenge of trying to fit all of the house into small space rather than the challenge of something like the Cliff House, where you're trying to spread the house out over a large space. But again, room 404 is perfect. I'm wanting TV stand, TV cabinet of some kind here. Oh, the friends' apartments are great. Like, the one to flip and the one to move in are such good sizes. So when I did the one to flip, I did that in a dark academia style with 2 bedrooms. And when I did the one to move in, I was actually inspired by Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I did it as 1 bedroom and 1 office in like a... Someone in the chat named the style, and now I can't remember what they said it was called, but like it was very earthy and kind of old school bohemian with a lot of like Central American influences. And that was so much fun. Yeah, I can't remember if I posted the pictures or if I've just been thinking about posting the pictures. And it says, I did Japandi for one and Industrial Contemporary for the other. Oh, nice. Oh, there we go. I like this one. And put a TV on top. I think I'll do like the TV sitting on it rather than wall mounted. I need a light. I'm thinking the twine one. I use it everywhere. Yeah. Ooh, it says I need to do another Art Deco home one of these days. Art Deco is so fun. It's so hard to do in House Flipper. House Flipper 2, they have several Art Deco wallpapers. Like, there's a lot more Art Deco options in House Flipper 2. That is one thing that I'm really liking about it. Maybe a sectional something so that it can go around that corner. Alright. Can I actually fit a bathroom in this space? It's so fun, though. Just gonna paint the basement here. Boop. Okay. So as I'm like slowly trying to decorate my office in House Flipper 2, I've been finding myself using a lot of the Art Deco wallpapers. And see, I like Art Deco, I like Art Nouveau. I'm not a fan of Hollywood glam. I'm really not. Let's see. I did. I look like I'm doing nothing. I'm trying to solve a puzzle. What if I did corner shower? Oh, I could do that, I could do the one. Hang on. Installations, assembly, shower. I think this is the only corner that a corner shower will fit in. Oh, thanks. So this is my first time attempting a custom build. I decided to base it off a house that I know, like a real house that I have pictures of and everything. And I drew it out on graph paper and did all kinds of math and still had to redo everything 3 times because everything was horribly wrong. Every time. So, alright, so there's that. Then, can I squeeze a sink in over here? So, no, and in real life it was a very small house, so I'm challenging myself with a small house that has an awkward floor plan, because real life houses tend to have awkward floor plans. But my goal for the style is kind of forest boho. Like, I've been seeing a lot of desert boho, where it's, you know, you start with neutral boho and then you add some forest, and then you add some desert colors and a bunch of cacti and some sort of desert Southwest inspired textures and patterns and whatnot. And so it's gotten me thinking about, could I do forest boho? It's roughly the same thing. Do some darker wood tones. See if there's still space. Maybe that's where I can sneak the trash can. Or something. Right. So I figure if you can have desert boho, you should be able to have other biomes as well. So this is my forest boho one. And then I have ideas for mountain boho and ocean boho, because I really like boho. Interesting. I said I love boho, but also neutral boho makes me kind of sad. Like, boho should be very individualized, and neutral boho looks a little more corporate to me. So I really like, you know, sort of classic boho and desert boho where they're bringing in more colors. I'll have to post my pictures because I just sold my desert boho house. And then right after I sold it, one of my favorite CC creators posted or uploaded a bunch of cacti in little pots, and it was like, I could have had so many more cacti. Let's see. I need some tiles. Yep. Following the great re-uploading as well. She makes such good stuff. Alright. I don't like how brown that is. I think it's too much of an orangey brown for me. Yeah, I have been going through, because I take screenshots of all of my houses before I sell them, and I have been going through and like organizing them by build so that I can post them in the Discord. I just don't like that orange grout. It's weird. I kind of like that one. That's neat. So much of this flip, I'm just like looking at, you know, I grew up in the woods. What stuff reminds me of the woods that I grew up in? So it's, I want to call it Appalachian boho. Unsure about this floor. Let me see if that same tile comes in floor. Okay. Yeah. Does the branch mirror fit in here? Ooh, yes. Then over here, oops, put the toilet. Very important. And okay, we'll do this one. Ooh, nice. And I did make, like, there is a channel for House Flipper. What else? Ooh, I can get a towel in there, I think. So that's where I'll post like builds that I've done. No worries. It's always like embarrassing to me how long it takes me to learn like a new server and find all of the channels and stuff. I just found out that threads are a thing. Like, there's a channel in your channel? What? Get to the charger! And I'll need like a little rug. some kind. This one's my fave. It'll. This room is just gonna have a little washer and dryer. Let's do this one. And dryer. Yep. Little tiny. Actually kind of like the bathroom. Okay, we went from this is difficult and might give me a headache to I think I like it. Alright. Got kind of some basics for kitchen and dining room. Getting a decent start on the living room, bathroom and laundry room. Then, like I said, I think this will be like an office, and this will be the bedroom. Oh, and I need to paint in there, because that's the little hall closet. And then they have that nice big porch. Oh. Oop. There's a path. Okay. I think that's probably good for today, right? We got through a good chunk of vintage glam house, made a decent start on the forest boho house. So we've got plenty to do on Friday. Tomorrow, yeah, let me check my calendar just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yes, so tomorrow I will be back, same bat time, same bat station, 3 o'clock Eastern time, doing Stardew Valley. I'm excited. And till then, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so glad that you were able to spend this time with me. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.